along and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today in the booth we're going to take a look at the TFC Ironshell, which is the leader of their combiner crew Poseidon, which is their take on the Cyclonus. And I've been waiting quite a long time to actually do this one. He is the most expensive out of all three. He's also the biggest and forms the main part of the combiner itself. So let's take a look at this cyber gunning turtle dude. So as we always do on this channel, let's take a look at the box and the packaging here. And this is their take on Snaptrap. This is Ironshell, the leader of the Cyclonus, or the leader of Poseidon in this case. Again, as always with these, the front cover looks fantastic. We get a picture of him in both of the main modes here for this singular figure. Really nice, looking very poseable and looking pretty damn cool there. He is a P004 Ironshell, robot, monster, weapon and combine, ages 15 plus, with Poseidon at the top. On the top bit here we get a picture of him in 3 modes. He can only combine into the chest for the combiner mode, so obviously you can't swap this dude around like you could with the other ones where you can do the kind of scramble idea. Then the robot mode, and we also have the fantastic monster mode here as well. On the side we have him in his robot mode, and it just says figure from monster to robot to weapon and combine. Then we get on the side back here, we get Poseidon, really looking pretty cool here. A very different pose to what we've seen on the other ones, with his swords weapons hanging all the way out. And again we get all of the stats on the back. But again, this is a drawn picture of the end result that you get with these products. It's funny that they didn't show, they don't have any product shots of the end result there. And then underneath we get don't eat your children because they have small parts, and on the top we get a picture of the 3 elements with this section. When we open this up, as always with this, it's just as nice on the inside as it is on the outside. So everything comes packed inside in this lovely foam box where you can just take the lid off and everything is in here. So the first thing to look at with this is the same with most of these boxes from third parties, is we get this little card here which has lovely art on the front. Really nice the way that they've done all of the art on these. And it says Ironshell on the front. On the back we get the stats, Poseidon, Ironshell. As always with these figures, just straight up card, no laminate like you get with the X-Transbots ones or anything like that. So yeah, just standard card, but still very nice looking card. You also get the destructions with this dude. The destructions with this dude are not quite as hefty as the other ones because he only really has 3 modes. He doesn't do the whole scrambling like the other ones. You do get told what he comes to. It's with this dodgy kind of booklet format that I don't really like. He does have the comic inside, which is pretty cool. Again, I can't really read all the way through the comic until I get the whole combiner set, and I am one figure away from the entire set. This one actually does work quite well because this guy starts in his alt mode and he comes in the packaging with the alt mode. Usually with these figures they come in their bot mode, and the destructions that we have here start in the alt mode, so you have to work backwards through the destructions. But this one actually was the first one where the destructions were the correct way. So yeah, they're quite nice destructions. I found them pretty easy to use on this one, certainly. I've not done the combine mode yet, obviously, but going from a bot to a turtle, and from a turtle back to a bot. That was fairly easy. Everything else that we get inside this, we get the final parts of his kind of coral flamey looking sword. We also get this section here, which is just a massive weapon gun for this dude, which is pretty damn looking cool. Really love the colors and the molded detail that they have on these. It really does look kind of nautical and sea. The aqua greens that they have, really nice. You get these, which kind of make parts of it look a little bit better with the silver bits. We'll show those off as we go through this. And then also we get this big old thing, which I believe is for him when he's in his Poseidon mode. So yeah, you get quite a lot with this one. Really nice. Now on to the main event himself, and he looks pretty dope in his turtle mode. I love the monster, the sea monster modes on these figures. They all look really impressive, and this dude with his massive cannons looks super impressive as well. If we bring him up, we can see here so much molded detailing, and again, the color on these figures is just so nice. This kind of aqua green with this red, so beautiful. Translucent pieces as we go through. Massive molded detail in here on the guns with this kind of nice pinky touch just on the hinges here. Very shiny silvers on his shell here at the back. It's a very detailed shell. I love it. So much work has kind of gone into thinking about which parts needs to be silver for the more kind of robotic cyber look on it. And then his lovely little tail, his lovely little silver tail. Look how cute that silver tail is. And then around the back as well looks pretty damn nice as well. Kind of just hangs together, though it looks okay, but I think it kind of around the back it does fall apart a little bit. The feet look awesome as well with his translucent claws. See if I can get these a little bit closer so you can see his translucent claws here as well. Head sculpt is just brutal, really vicious looking snapping turtle head sculpt. Let's start at the head here on the head sculpt, so you can move the head around kind of however you want, and then the jaw is also articulated, but can be, especially the first time, can be a little stiff on how you want it, but you can get some really nice articulation. Of course, you can see that the light pipe in there really even making the inside of the mouth glow as well, which is cool. Legs do articulate and the feet articulate, and you're gonna get some articulation here on the toes as well. So posability is okay, but yeah, it is what it is. And then the cannons also articulate to kind of how you want them. You could probably put them up, but any other way they do look a little bit bizarre, so I kind of have them a little bit posed up, but that's it. You also get a look from the shell where you can have the silver bits kind of like this, or you can have the silver bits like this. So that's really however you want. That's it really. Otherwise he's a bit of a brick with some legs really. So you're not going to be able to pose him too well, but you can get some nice stuff from the head. And we'll start by kicking it off with all of his teammates. So Cyberjaw here, he looks really good with Cyberjaw. Very similar color schemes with Lobclaw. We can see that if we can find enough space to get Lobclaw in here as well, they look really good together. My last video that I did was on this dude, so this is their Big Bite, who's actually probably not gonna fit in shot correctly here. Right, yeah. Come on, dude, you can do it. Yep. Tentakill next up. Still my favorite, I think, out of all of these. He is just an awesome figure. Nothing else like it in my entire collection. I just think he's really good, and yeah, they are starting to look like a beastly team together. Wow. Comparing this dude to some of your other Hasbro figures, then we'll start with the Cyclonus. So next to Cyclonus there from Kingdom, you can see that he's a big old turtle. And then also next to the Decepticon Mirage, you can see he towers over all of these figures, but looks pretty dope while doing it. I actually think these guys do look quite good with your Kingdom and Hasbro figures. I'm not sure how you feel about it. Let me know. Transformation time on this dude then. First thing we're going to do is just put all of his cannons inside here because we don't need them. You're also going to need to move these pieces here around to the back, and then we can come around the back and unhinge both of these claws. And at this point we'll just lift this up and just put the tail section in as well. Stay around the back area, we're then going to pull out this section and we're going to pull out this section just to bring out everything here. So bring these joints all the way down like this, and then also on the second one, and then this bit here you can open up, and then you can just unfurl the leg like this, and then this one. These joints are really stiff, by the way, on this. These are the main joints obviously for the combiner mode, so they are really stiff. You can see I've got them a little bit positioned like this because that's how you need to do it for the turtle mode. So you just straighten those out at this point there, so you've got the legs sticking straight up. Then it's simply just a twist and a turn and a twist. Listen to those joints. Those joints are absolutely cracking on this, and a joint. So you've got this basically. Staying with his little feeties, we can bring in the foot and twist it. So you're bringing it in at this angle and then twisting it round, closing off this section at the back, and then this kind of becomes the back of the foot. So this in, twist it round, in, and then this becomes the back of the foot. So there we go. So we've got our legs transformed pretty much there. The only thing you need to do is just bring up his kneecaps. These lovely looking translucent kneecaps. Coming around the other side, you can then bring this down, and it tells you to have this section and this section like this. And then you can just maneuver everything around basically so that you have a nice looking section here, which is all of the silver and all of the nice looking bits here at the back. The head bit here, this just folds down nicely into the chest section here on this, and then we can move this out. And then this bit kind of was a little bit difficult for me the first time because I didn't realize it was talking about the shell splitting. So you need to split the shell in two. So you get this bit and it just comes off, and then this bit has some nice buckles and stuff that go into there. But while we still have the body all the way up at the top, we need to move it round the full 180 here, and then we can start to bring everything together and bring it down. And now that everything is pushed down and around, we can then tab the shell together. Some nice big tabs here on the gun, and then some holes underneath, and everything just tabs in together really nicely. They're really nice big strong tabs here holding it together to start with. And then you've got your final tab here at the top. This tab here is the final tab that goes into there. So once you bring this together, you just hold everything together like that. Once everything's holding together, you can release the arms so that you can really get some nice movement on those. These arms, just the legs here, this bit here, just kind of folds in on itself. And you just bring the arm out on the side. The hand comes out of the side here. So just undo the arm like this, and then the rest of the arm kind of folds in on itself. So you've got the hand here. So you've got the hand here, and then this just folds in and sits snugly along the side there. And there's one arm. So if I bring it across the other side, you can see, push the hand out, fold the arm in, twist this section around so that it just all fits in very nicely. So now we have the fully transformed leader of the Seacons, Snaptrap, aka Ironshell, as they call him here, and what a figure this is. The transformation, as you saw, is actually quite nice. It works really, really well, and this is a beautiful, beautiful looking figure. The amount of work that has gone into this dude. Obviously, he is the standout piece on this. He's supposed to be the centerpiece. He's the one that holds everything together. He was also the most expensive out of the lot of them, but what a piece this is. The molded detailing, the aqua green, this kind of burgundy red type color that goes through it is absolutely amazing. I am blown away by the way that this figure looks. I hope that the combiner lives up to something as good as this dude looks in this form. I absolutely love it. Let's bring him in and have a closer look as we go down. We've got the fantastic head sculpt here with the really cool light piping they always have on these figures. A bit of a challenge getting the head out of the chest compartment sometimes because of the spikes and stuff like that. But yeah, really, really nice overall. As we go through here, we get the translucent. I love these translucent bits that they come in, even if the light can't shine all the way through it. I think it adds really, really a nice color to the figure. Molded detailing as we go through, nice splashes of pink as we go down as well, and then these translucent green knee pads that he has are cool. His feet just look awesome, real looking like demonic type feet that he has. Plenty of articulation as well, and we'll look at that in a second. Side looks brilliant. These massive cannons that just stick out from the back. He has a backpack, but the backpack is quite a thin backpack, so it doesn't look too bad. Obviously it's the main chest plate of the big boy at the end, but even from the back, I mean, the backpack looks incredible. He still looks like a turtle within this, with the massive cannons, the massive guns. Oh yeah. From an articulation point then, let's have a look at this dude, and you start off with his head, full 360, and he gets some up and down. Not much up and down, but he does get some up and down. Then we can also come around to the cannons, and we can get a full 360 on these cannons, back and forward as well. Really, really nice. Massive, massive cannons. You can pose them however you want. Let's just leave them up a little bit so we can see other parts of the figure. The arms are on a really sturdy ratchet here. I think this is because it has to support everything for the combiner. You're not going to get a full 360 on this because of the backpack. You can move it, but you're not really going to get a full 360 here, unfortunately. You are going to get some nice action out to the side, and you'll get a full rotation at the elbow with an extension as well. Not an overextension, but just a reasonable extension. But you do have some play here, and you get some added play here. So you get like double joints. So you've got the joint there, and then you've also got a joint here within the arm as well, which actually makes it a little bit difficult to get the full movement that you want. You can get the movement there, and then you have to kind of go in with your fingers to get the movement at the elbow that you want. Hand articulation, there is some hand articulation. You get a full 360 here, and also some articulation here just on the finger. The finger has articulation, the hands will go in and out, but the finger just has an added point of articulation on it as well. On the waist, you will get a full 360 here at his waist, even though he does have this kind of shell piece sticking off the back, so that's good. The legs are on a really, really strong, sturdy ratchet, which is great, so you can get a full extension here, and these ratchets just feel so solid, so nice. You know whatever pose you want to put this dude in, he's going to hold it. I don't know if he'll hold his balance for a ninja kick, because he is, you know, he is fairly heavy with the shell piece. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get it. Can we get it? Oh, dude. Yeah, we can get it, even if it is just for a few seconds. He will, probably with a little bit more posing, he'd probably get it. So very, very nice, well balanced there, even with his big old guns and stuff. Knee articulation, yeah, and a bit of a twist, and he'll get some twist at the thighs. Nope, I thought you got twist at the thighs. No twist at the thighs, twist just at the knee, and then you get plenty of foot articulation however you want this to be. It does look a little bit messy because nothing really holds together down here, but it makes sense from an articulation point of view that you can kind of position this however you want, and the toes as well, to get that articulation that you need. So highly posable dude, really strong ratchets. He will kind of hold any pose that you really want him to get into, even if he is quite stiff to actually get there. Accessories for this dude then, first of all, he comes with his big old blades here. And I guess these blades, you can attach them onto his hands. They are a little bit weird the way that they look. But according to the instructions, they kind of go in this way, and then you put the hand around it. I don't know. I'm not really convinced by that. If I'm 100% honest, yeah, it looks a little bit odd to me to hold your weapon. Yeah. So officially, they're supposed to kind of go in, like I say, at this angle, so that they look a little bit like this. I'm not a fan of this at all. I definitely won't be having them like this. I would have preferred to see them kind of connect onto the side here, like almost like the vibration blades of Guyver or something. I think that would have been an incredible look. Moving on to the other weapon, which is absolutely gorgeous. This gun here, first thing to do to transform this, move this section to the front, and then the handle just kind of clips in at the back here. So you just clip that together to make the handle. Then you can open up his hand and slide the handle in at this point. Or actually, maybe I've done that wrong. Maybe I have to, yeah, so get the gun, and then afterwards you can close the gun on the hand to give it that look. Okay, there we go. And then you'll give the arm the look that it needs, and you can rotate the hand accordingly. And then he has that big ass gun, and he looks really nice with his big ass gun. Again, obviously very stable arms, so however you really want him to be with the gun, he's gonna hold all the positions, even though the gun is quite a big one. Now it's time for the comparison, and we're coming all the way back so we can start to bring these guys in. And first of all, we'll bring in Big Bite, who I reviewed in my last video, and we can see how they look together. So we can see that he is the biggest out of all of them. We can also bring in Tentakill, aka 1000 Kills, as well, to see how he compares. I think even with purchasing this figure, still my favorite figure out of all of them. We can bring in Lobclaw here, and then finally we can also bring in Cyberjaw. One more left to complete the team. But they do look absolutely fantastic together. This dude is definitely the biggest, but what a team, what a team. Next to your more Hasbro inspired figures, or Hasbro figures in fact, next to Cyclonus, who is quite a big Voyager figure himself. You can see he is towering over the top of a Cyclonus. Really tall figure. And then also next to the deluxe figures, so next to Mirage, or the Decepticon Mirage, you can see actually how big this dude is. But I think he looks quite nice with them. I actually think that he stands up next to these figures, and these almost do fit in with the line. These look like Cybertronian kind of sea creatures. Final thoughts on this dude then is that he is absolutely awesome. Bit of a fail on the weapons. Certainly the blades I'm not too keen on, and the hand cannon's okay, but you know, overall, even without his accessories, these two cannons here look absolutely beautiful. The figure itself is awesome, and out of all of the figures so far, probably the best from an articulation point, the way that it feels. But this section here, whenever you move these arms, this wants to disconnect, so you do have some little bits of challenges around articulation, although the articulation is really strong. I think he's a standout piece, whether or not you want to get him for the combiner, or if you just want to get a great looking take on this figure for your collection. Definitely highly recommend this dude. Let me know your thoughts on him down in the comments. We have one more left, one more video, and then we go for the combination. Alright guys, I'll see you in my next video in a bit. Peace!